Welcome to AllBrands After Hours with me, your host, Courtney Douthat. Welcome to the show where we hang out and craft together. Today we're continuing our series making Christmas projects using our Brother machines. Let's do this. So our first project is actually made with cardstock. So these, technically you could gift them, but in my head, I'm making these ornaments, but in half. So they become like the bow of my present. You'll see what I mean. All right, so what we need for this is our low-tack mat. I'm using a 12 by 24 because I need a lot of the same design. I'm just gonna let my machine cut it all at once. And then I have some 12 by 12 cardstock right here. So let's jump into our machine and grab our design. Alrighty, so my idea is to take a design. So I'm gonna come right here in the patterns, right here at the bottom to my holiday designs, because I want to come and grab this tree down at the bottom. There it is. Now if you can't tell, I really like that tree. I use it for a lot of things. So I love this tree, but I don't want any of the ornaments. So for right now, I'm just gonna hit okay. I haven't sized it. And there, look, it breaks it down. Now if you come down here, it does have the tree with all of its bits, but if you did want to just break it down into its parts, you absolutely can. So I'm going to come take just the tree, hit OK, and now I've got my tree. Now, I'm going to need a lot more than just one of them, but for right now, I'm just going to hit set. Fantastic. Now, I could have told it just then how many I wanted. I'm not sure how many I can actually fit on this mat. I want a ton of them for what I'm about to do because I'm making quite a few of these. So I'm going to go ahead and select my design, hit edit, object edit, and then plus. I'm going to go ahead and try to do 5. Perfect. So I'm going to hit OK, OK again, and then right here is actually a tool that I can use to better place things on my mat where I use up very little material, or use up my material the best I possibly can. So I can make them all uniform, so all of the Christmas trees all standing up like this, or I can make it topsy-turvy, so some are turned around like this, so I could use it up that way. Or I could tell it, hey, I don't care how you do it, turn it, rotate it, whatever you need, whatever you think that I'm gonna use as little material. So I usually like this one. There we go. Now, I can fit a ton more on my mat. Now that I know that, I'm gonna go ahead and hit OK, edit, and I'm gonna add a few more. There we go, and then hit OK, OK again, come back to that tool we were using before that lines them all up very nicely. How cool is that? I love that. I feel like I could fit another one in there. Let's see, I feel like I could, I don't know. Goodness, that is a lot of them. And I could even move it myself if I wanted to, or if I did want to throw it in the machine and feel like it could possibly cut it out better or line them up better, however I think best. So this looks fantastic. So at the end of this, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 of them in just one 12 by 12. How cool. Now, since I am using a 12 by 24, I can actually go okay. I'm going to group this whole thing, object edit, and then I'm going to wheel them together. Courtney, why are we doing this? Because I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to come to the wrench icon, and instead of a 12 by 12, I'm going to tell it, hey, I'm using a 12 by 24. Hit OK. Okay. It's going to double that area, and since I've wheeled at this, I can now hit object edit, and I can hit the plus. How cool is that? And now I have a second one that I can bring down here to cut out of the other piece of cardstock. How cool is that? So I could cut out 15 before, now I'm cutting out 30 of them. How wild is that? All right, so I'm gonna hit OK, OK again, OK again, please select, and I wanna cut. Now, to be able to cut out my cardstock today, I am using the black auto blade. So it's kind of my multi-purpose blade, but this is what I use to cut out paper, cardstock, or anything like that. So let's get our mat ready. I have cardstock, so I have one here at the bottom. Okay, there we go. And take my other one. Oh, look at that. Now, if you had a piece of paper that was this long, you absolutely could do that, but I don't. So So I'm just using two 12 by 12s to make it a gigantic. How cool is that? That is so cool. All right, I'm gonna use my brayer tool to really make sure that that cardstock is stuck down in here. It's just kind of like a mini steamroller, just pushing it down on there. Fantastic. All right, let's load her in. It's a gigantic mat. All right, everything looks great. Let's hit start. Now it's saying it's gonna take 6 minutes to cut out, and that is totally fine because I can walk away and do something else in the 6 minutes that it's cutting this out. Now if you notice right here how it's pulling up, it's because I have two pieces overlaying each other, but nothing's cutting out in that area, so it's totally fine. So that's 6 minutes of me not having to use scissors to cut these out. Like that alone, I don't care. I don't mind if it takes 6 minutes. That's it for 6 minutes, not me. And that's 30 of these little bitty Christmas trees. 30 of them. Wild. Now the worst thing about the 12 by 24 mat, in my opinion, is that it is coming out of the back and I can see it, and I can see the little designs and I really want to pop them out right now, but I'm being good and not, and letting it run through the machine. But the instinct to pull it and just like look at them, so strong. Okay, so just ignore it. I know it's in the back. It's like literally right here. Just don't do it. Don't do it. All right, let it finish. It's doing really well. I'll give you a sneak peek. It's doing great. It's cutting it out so well. And the fact, again, I'm not having to cut out all of these by hand. Yes! There she goes. Oh my goodness, that is wild. Okay, so you can kind of see them wanting to pop out. Oh, you can literally see them falling off. How cool is that? I'm like tapping the back of it and they're just all falling. Can I do that? I'm making it snow. There we go. All right, some of them do want to stay. This mat was not very sticky, but it's a low-tech mat. It's not very sticky in general, and that's why it's fantastic for cardstock. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's see. Oh, I love it. It did so, I mean, look at the intricate detail. It's just, oh, it's great. Okay, Courtney, calm down. I know. Never gets old. All right, I'm gonna get that on a shirt. It never gets old. There we go. All right, well, how easy was that? Thank you, 12 by 24 low-tack mat. Put you back there for now. Alrighty, so I have all of my trees, a lot of trees. Now, what I wanna do with these trees next is I actually want to fold them in half. What? You just have beautiful trees. Why do you want to fold them in half? Because we are going to make an ornament and a bow. I'm using them as bows. And it takes a ton of these folded in half and glued a certain way. So I'm going to go ahead and fold them in half. Now, I could have, if I had thought about it beforehand, I could have made the ScanNCut cut out a perforated line, and then that way I could have just like folded down the line. But they're cut so nicely and so perfectly that honestly, it's not hard to just fold them in half. So now this design does not perfectly match up on both sides. It's a little different on one side. You'd think it would, but it is not symmetrical. So you are gonna have a little overlap. That is totally fine for what we're doing. So I'm just going to fold these in half. Now, while I'm folding it in half, I am going to take a tape runner. I love my tape runner. I am running out of this, so I've got some good old glue, but you could even use hot glue, and that would even stick them better together, even better. And what I'm going to do is put a bit of glue right in the center of it, so right across. So from one end all the way to the other end. And I'm going to consistently keep doing that, like towards the center of it, like this. Okay, so right there. And I'm gonna fold it in half. Now, you could even take a clip if you wanted to and clip it for right now while it's drying, just to make sure that it really holds on there well. So I have a binder clip right here, and I'll probably just like lightly put the binder clip on there to hold them. So if you only had a 12 by 12 mat, then you could be doing half of the set while the other set's cutting out. So that way you kind of use your time wisely. I'm going to be making a lot of these, so I really should have the machine going to make the other ones while I'm folding these. Okay, got 3 more, putting them in the clip. Oh, you know, if you had wonder clips, same thing. Just put a wonder clip on it. I love wonder clips. Let me know down in the comments what is on your sewing Christmas list, okay? Because I have given a list of my husband of things that I need more of, like wonder clips. I feel like I always need wonder clips. Mats. I feel like I always need mats, like ScanNCut mats. Thread, like Kingstar. I want more Kingstar thread this year. And that's such an easy stocking stuffer too. Just Kingstar thread, boom, right in there. What was else on my list? I could use more stabilizer. That's always a must. I feel like I go through that like water. Let's see. An AllBrands gift card is always a good gift. So they can go buy a machine, or, you know, if you're not sure which machine they want, or if they want to go get more fabric. We always need more fabric. Now, I am going to put these together and see, because we cut out 30 of them. I don't think I need 30 of them, but I had the opportunity to cut out 30 at one time. I'm going to do it. But I don't think we actually need 30 of them for what I'm doing. If I was making the full ornament, yes, I would probably need a good bit of them, but I'm making the half ornament. Part of me wants to make the full ornament just to show you guys. I only need the half since I'm doing a bow, but... Now, once I have all of those pieces folded in half and glued, I'm going to glue the top and the bottom of each of these trees, the folded in half ones. And then I'm going to stack another tree on them. So all the folded in half trees, I'm going to glue the top and the bottom and then stack the next one on there. So we're essentially gluing in the opposite place that we glued last. That way when we stack them all together and they open up beautifully. So I'm just going to keep stacking these. I'm trying to make sure that the spine of the tree, so the center of the trees, line up, because if they don't line up, then it doesn't work. And I'm also going to make sure to clip them to hold them all together. I really wish I would have used hot glue. It would have been so much faster and they would have held together very quick and I wouldn't have had to clip them at all. All right, so I've got 3 different sets of them and the clip came in handy. The clip very much came in handy. Recommend the clip, okay? The clip was great. I'm trying to figure out which one I did first because it's probably more dry than the other ones. I think it's this one. All right, so if we opened it up, how cool is that? How cool is that? That's cool. Let me show you on the up close camera. All right, ready? How stinking cool is that? That is neat. Okay, so let me grab the end one. So the outer layer, and then the outer layer on the other one. How cool is that? So instead of bows, I'm gonna tape these, well, I'll probably hot glue. I'm gonna glue these on my presents as my bows. How neat is that? And it folds up, so technically you could reuse it, but how beautiful is that? Now, if you were making an ornament, all you would do is take 2 of them and then you would glue these 2 together and then open it up all the way and you make a really cool ornament. All right, just, you know, for funsies, I'm gonna glue 2 of them together. So it took about 10 of them to make one of the one side ones. So if you wanted to do these as bows, then 10 of these worked out great to be able to put together. So cool. Okay, here we go. I put 2 of them together. I have to. I want to see what it looks like when it's full. Again, the clip was nice because if you're using glue like this, it's not like hot glue. It's not going to glue fast. It kind of stays gooey for a little bit. So clip, any kind of binder clip, wonder clip, your hair clip, whatever you need to hold it down together. It's just so cool. Okay, well, that's drying. This is never going to get old. How easy was that? This was a bit of cardstock and a design already in the machine. Oh, you can make this out of any design in the machine. Think if you had the ornament one, just a circle, like the diamond one in there, a snowflake. They have so many snowflakes in the machine. That would be beautiful. Oh, I love this. Yeah, so I'm gonna wrap presents and then just right on the top of them. Like, that is cool. That is a moment if you ask me. And then you could even, if you wanted to cut out a little star, you could totally add a star. Now, if you want these to be ornaments, what you would do is before you open it up, you're gonna hot glue for this. Hot glue a piece of string to it or twine or whatever you want in a little loop and then hot glue there and then open it up. It encases the string inside of it and then you just glue the other side And then you've got really cute little paper ornaments for the Christmas tree. Christmas tree ornament for the Christmas tree. Love it. Oh, how cute is that? Again, any design you want to. How cool is that on the bottom? That's neat. Oh, okay. I'm just wildly impressed. It kind of looks like origami. All right, ready? So again, I would need my twine already in the center. There we go. Okay, let me glue this on this side. Yeah, hot glue all the way. Hot glue all the way. Oh, you know what you could do is if you have a sit down Christmas dinner for your family, how cute would these be standing up like on the place setting or just on the table, just scattered around? That would be pretty. That would be really, really, really pretty. How cool. Look at that. That's so good. Yeah, do hot glue because some of my glue is still like a little tacky. But this is so pretty. And then again, those could be ornaments in your tree. It's like a little honeycomb ornament, you know? That is so pretty. All right, let me know down in the comments. All right, would you make ornaments out of them or would you make the little topper for the Christmas tree or like for the presents or both? That is so cool. Okay, you can tell this one's a little more dense because this, of course, got more in it. But those are so neat. This is probably one of the coolest things I've ever made. I think I've said that a few times. All right, move on to the next project, Courtney. I know this is fun. The next project is actually a gift. So if Mom, if you are watching, no, you're not. Get off the video, Mom. All right, guys. No, she's gone. So it's an ongoing joke in my family that my mom loves Little Debbie cakes. She likes them, but we have an ongoing joke that she loves them like a lot. And so last year or last 2 years, she got a shirt with a Little Debbie cake on it, and we thought it was so funny. So I thought it'd be really funny if I keep gifting her things with Little Debbie cakes on them. Like, she would totally think it was hilarious. Everyone in the family would think it's so funny. So how funny would it be if I made my mom a Little Debbie tea towel to put in her kitchen? So when I was playing around with that other design that we just had, that Christmas tree, I was looking at it and I was like, man, that kind of looks like a Little Debbie cake. I could take it apart and make it into a Debbie cake. So let's go into our machine, grab the design in our ScanNCut, send it over to my Luminaire back here, and create a Little Debbie cake from scratch. Let's do this. We're going to use a feature called My Connection. If you have not seen me lately, you know how much I love that feature. It's fantastic. So I'm going to come over to the side where My Connection lives. All right, and we're gonna send something from it. Pattern, here we go, and the holiday designs right here. And then scroll all the way to the bottom. Grab this one. All right, and I don't really have to choose a size right now. I can if I want, which I think I do want it to be. Let's do 5.6 because that star is going to go away and that bottom is going to go away, so it's actually going to come out a little bit smaller. But I can change the size once it's in my embroidery machine. All right, hit OK. All right, so last time I went for just the tree, but this time I want everything. So I'm going to hit OK. Set. All right, fantastic. Now remember, it's grayed out. It's okay because it thinks that's the largest hoop size that you have on your embroidery machine. So that's why it's grayed out on the side and on the bottom. All right, let's go ahead and hit transfer. All right, it says, hey, only one thing can go in that pocket. Hope you're okay with us deleting anything out, which is totally fine. I know it's going to do that. So I'm going to hit OK. And now it's going to transfer it over. Transfer complete. All right, hit OK. Alrighty, so we are at my sewing machine, and I'm going to go down here to my design center. There we go. All right, so if we come right here to the little circle and square shape, it's going to bring us to this screen, which if you notice at the top has a ScanNCut. So if you set your ScanNCut up, it's going to be right there. All right, so it says, please, please, please wait. Now, if you haven't noticed, I've been using that shape a lot. And that's the great thing about different shapes that you can send from the scan, because you really could turn them into anything. So if you guys have seen, I've stitched it out. I've made it into an applique. For this one, I'm making it into a Little Debbie cake because I'm gonna pick this design apart. I'm gonna take away the star. I'm gonna take away the ornaments because Little Debbie cakes do not have little bitty ornaments like that. I'm gonna take away the bottom of it. I'm going to dissect this design apart to make it exactly what I want it to be. And again, you could do any of those. Oh, those little trees we made, that's the star I was thinking of. How cool would that be? Instead of the tree, you could do that little bitty snowflakes that's in the ScanNCut. There's a few different ones, but that one was the one I was thinking of. How cool would that look? Alrighty, so there it is. I'm gonna go ahead and select OK at the bottom here. And then here's my design. Now I can pick it apart. So I'm gonna go ahead, come to the eraser tool right here. And I'm gonna zoom in. 400, and I'm just gonna take out these little bitty ornaments right here. How fast was that? It's insane. There we go. So I've taken those out because Little Debbie cakes do not have ornaments like that. All right, I'm going to change the size of my eraser and just go down just a little bit. Hit OK. And I'm gonna zoom in even more because now I want to come here and take away where the tree is going through. I don't know, what would you call that? The frosting bit? Go. All right, so now I'm gonna come up to the star because I actually want to delete this whole thing because Little Debbie cakes do not have stars. Things I did not think I was gonna say today. Little Debbie cakes do not have stars. Here we go. All right, so that's the outside, but Courtney, what about the inside? Well, we can do just like we did that frosting thing and go ahead and delete that out too. Again, I'm zoomed in at 800. I could actually do 160 and really get in there. All right, fantastic. So I'm gonna zoom out. Love it. All right, now again, Little Debbie cakes don't have this at the bottom, so I'm just gonna delete that out. Can make this bigger if I wanted to. Okay, now they don't have the little trunks, so they're all connected. So I'm just gonna delete this out too. And then that way it's like one piece. Because it does stick out at the bottom. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right, let's zoom back out. All right, so far, very, very cute. Now I could start coloring in, so I could take the paint bucket or the brush. So for right now, I want to do the paint bucket. I already have it selected on red, so I'm just going to select the areas that I know are red on the Little Debbie cake, which are those. And then I could come in, select green, hit OK, and then I could actually start putting the green sprinkles. Now to do that, I'm going to select the paintbrush, and I'm going to go ahead and select the color again because I want to make sure the paintbrush is actually pretty small. Right now it's at a 20, and I want it to be, let's see what a 9 looks like. Not bad. Maybe a little bit smaller would be nice. Like a 6? Yeah, that's more what I was thinking. So I'm going to come around and put my green sprinkles on here. I think they're just kind of staggered all over. Some are bigger than others. So we've got our sprinkles on here. I think they look fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that paint bucket again and hit the white. Because right now you can't actually see it. So now that tree is actually white instead of it just being a plain color. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit next. How cool is that? So now we've made an embroidery design from something from ScanNCut, but how cool is that? So we've just made a little Christmas tree cake into embroidery. How cool is that? So I'm gonna go ahead and hit next. Okay, and there it is. Now, these are really, really, really cute. So I can't decide, do I wanna just do one and like put something underneath? Because I've seen like, I could put like 'Tis the Season of Little Debbie cakes or, you know, Little Debbie. I think 'Tis the Season is kind of cute. All right, I'm gonna hit embroidery down here at the bottom. I am gonna hit memory real quick just to save this to my machine because in case anything happens, I would be very, very sad. All right, now I want to do some on the side, but right now it's gonna tell me that my hoop's not big enough, so I am gonna rotate my design like this, hit okay, and then I can go to this button right here that would allow it to add more. So you could allow it to add this way or this way, however you want. Currently mine's selected like this, which is what I want, so I'm gonna select another one at the top and then another one at the bottom. So now I have them lined up. How cute is that? All right, let's move it towards that side of it. All right, love that. That is so cute. All right, let's hit okay. That is so good. Okay, so I'm gonna hit add at the bottom down here, and I'm going to bring in a font. Let's see. I did do this font the other day when I was doing something else, so Tiz. Let's do it medium. How funny is, oh my gosh, that is so funny. Okay, fantastic, love it. So 'tis the season, set. Alrighty, edit. And I'm going to rotate this like how we rotated our other one. Like that. Cute. Oh my goodness, I love this. Okay, now since we have two things on here, I do want to go to my alignment tool right here, select them both, so now they're both selected red, and I do want to make sure that they're aligned. So I'm select, oh, so I have pushed it over. There we go. Now I could make this font a little bit bigger if I had wanted to, but I like this. So I'm gonna select that. Let's maybe make it a little bit bigger. Ooh, that was a lot of it bigger. Oh wait, but I love that. Wait, this is actually really, really cool. Okay, so that's cool. Now, if you notice my trees are kind of close together, you could tell it to space it further apart, but I kind of like that they're close together. All right, so I'm gonna hit okay. I am gonna go back to that alignment tool and just make sure I didn't mess up my alignment. No, perfect. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. All right, let's hit embroidery. And there it goes. That we've just made that design out of scratch. This is so cool. My mom's gonna love this. Alrighty, so I did redo it to make it smaller because I did really, really big. And after the fact, I was like, Courtney, that's not gonna fit on a tea towel, but I did save it because it would fit on a sweatshirt. So you see how it's got my white, and then it's gonna do all my whites and go to my green sprinkles, and it's gonna be really cute. So I have my tea towel down right here, and I am going to put a little bit of a coverall on it. Coverall is just amazing, and make sure that any of this fluffiness, you see how it has ridges, doesn't peek through my thread. And so my thread doesn't get buried in this and just kind of keeps it up above, and then you tear this out and it's fantastic and it just stays under there and you'd never know. But it's really great when you're using any kind of towel, any kind of fluffy thing that you're embroidering on. Coverall is fantastic. I am going to tape down that coverall with a little bit of my ScanNCut tape just to make sure it doesn't move or anything while it's stitching out, because I would be very sad if it did that. It usually doesn't, and if this was just for me, I would probably just tell it, hey, go for it. But since this is a gift, I want to make sure that it is actually very nicely done. Fantastic. That should be good, just to hold it down there for a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and hit green. Now, the first color that is going for me is the white, and I use exquisite thread. I really love exquisite thread. I mean, it's got this like pretty sheen to it, and it's not that crazy expensive, so I can get a good bit of colors and stuff, more bang for my buck. Now, if you have a particular thread that you prefer, leave it down in the comments. done. Okay. Okay, and just in case you guys want to know, I am moving the studio around so that way you guys can start seeing my sewing machine more. All right, I'm pulling off the coverall. I'm being very careful. I'm not gonna rip it like a crazy person, like I usually do. But I am going to move the studio around. I don't know, I think it'd be better if you could see my sewing machine instead of me having to go across there or it being behind me. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I used the coverall because it like pushed it up. Now I noticed a few little gaps where the coverall had pushed it up, and once I pulled the coverall out, the gaps, it closes in, like the thread closes in. Okay, so usually what I do, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. It's so pretty. It is very, very pretty. Okay. So usually what I do is once I pull off my coverall, I'll get what I can get off, and then I'll go back with like a picker tool and get between like the O and the E, stuff like that. But honestly, if you left it, like, who would know? All right, let's undo. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got stabilizer in here. Yes, I used a tear away, okay? It's just easy. I know, I should probably use something else. Tear away, it's just, this is actually a tear and wash. Because whenever I wash this, everything else will just come out of it. So that is actually what I used on this, is exquisite tear and wash. All right, ooh, the back even looks nice. Ooh, the back even looks so nice. Okay, I'm not gonna pick it all out. Look at that. Okay, so last minute choice, I was like, okay, I could stitch the name or the words out in black, or I could do a pretty gold metallic King Star thread, and I'm so glad I went with King Star thread. That's using a design in the ScanNCut. So everything was from ScanNCut or built into the machine. So that font that we used was already in the machine. How amazing. And now my mom's gonna have Little Debbie cake. Like, okay, but if you didn't know it was Little Debbie cake, I don't think anyone would be like, why does she have Little Debbie cakes? Like towels. But like, she'll know that it's Little Debbie cakes. Oh, fantastic. Oh my goodness. All right, well, let me know in the comments, what was your favorite? Was it this cute tea towel that we just made for my mom? How cute is that? Or was it the Christmas tree ornament? So we could put a little piece right there, or again, just on the table. I'm loving it just like this. Like, oh, you could do bigger size, because we did little ones. You could do big ones. That would be cool. Or, again, how I'm gonna do it at home is I'm gonna have these as my bows on my presents. So like that. And they're just gonna sit on my presents and look so cute as my little bow toppers on my presents this year. And I'm gonna do ornaments and all sorts of different kinds. That way they can sit on there. So I'm thinking an ornament, a wreath. I've got ideas. Anyways, all right, guys. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me know down below which one was your favorite. Again, totally two different mediums, you know, sewing and cardstock, but both a lot of fun. All right, guys, don't forget that the Brother ScanNCut is available on our website, allbrands.com, as well as the Brother Stellaire, because the Brother Stellaire will talk to the ScanNCut like how my Luminaire does. So, and that is available online on our website, allbrands.com. So if you're not near one of our stores, you could, of course, always get the Brother Stellaire and be able to do what I'm doing. So let me know down in the comments below, what machine do you have and do they talk to each other? And again, everything is available on our website, allbrands.com. And when you do support allbrands.com, not only are you supporting a small family-owned business, mom and pop, but you're also helping us continue this free education that we do. And I truly appreciate that. All right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. One of the easiest ways to let us know that you want more of these videos. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all. Now, while I'm folding it in half, I am going to take a tape runner. I love my tape runner. It's got hair on it. I love my design that we just had, that Christmas tree. I was looking at it and I was like, man, that kind of, did that machine just turn off? Yeah. It's haunted. It's haunted. It's haunted. That looks so good. Oh, I love it. I like how I'm not even showing you. I'm just like, I love it. In the comments, because I'm always, ooh. Oh, you gotta be kidding, my bobbin's empty.